Well, today's the big recycling extravaganza in Wheaton, and I'm getting together my recyclables for them. So this would be scrap metal. And here's my box of household appliances that cannot go in the dump. I have a toaster, my mixer, my husband's shaver, and a D-Link for internet that no longer works. So let's head out to the recycling extravaganza. Let's take a closer look at why it's important to recycle. Let's go!
We're here at the Levita Brown Environmental Park, and this is where all the garbage goes from Alachua County, where we live, to be transferred to the landfill where it's going to get disposed of.
The building behind me is the actual tipping floor or the transfer station, and this is where the garbage trucks will actually come in. They'll drive up the hill and dump their load onto the floor, where it's transferred by a front end loader into a giant pit in the floor, and that goes into our trucks, which we use to ship that to the actual landfill. Each person on average makes about 5 pounds of garbage per day. So in any given day, about 500 to 700 tons of garbage comes through this facility. One of the things that when you actually get looking at this garbage, you can see there's a lot of things that can be recycled in it. A lot of cardboard, even a lot of aluminum cans, bottles, plastic. A lot of that stuff could have been recycled. Unfortunately, because of the way the legislation is, once something hits this floor, it actually becomes municipal solid waste at that point, and we can't touch it. Since you can't actually throw away all the garbage into a landfill, we do collect other garbage for recycling and to keep toxic things out of the landfill. And this is where we collect all of our tires, which comes from auto tires, small ones, to giant tractor tires. Also, we collect here is scrap metal. Metal is one of the easiest things to recycle, so we want to keep that stuff out of the waste stream as well, because it is still quite usable. If you look at the resource aspect of recycling, it is quite important. All plastics are made from oil, or the vast majority of plastics come from oil. And so at some point, we're not going to have that much oil anymore to be making plastic. So if we can cover that resource, it's a big deal. Aluminum is one of the best things to recycle, because it's so environmentally detrimental to local areas to mine the bauxite where aluminum comes from. And so by recycling aluminum, we don't have to pull any more out of the ground, which is a very nasty process, actually. Some of the bauxite mines around the world are some of the most. Where we are right now is actually underneath the tipping floor, and this is where our trucks come in and they get loaded up. And there we have a couple cranes up top that actually will scoot the garbage into the truck and even out the load so it's not unbalanced. Once they're filled up to about 30, and dump the trash, and that's how it works.
Welcome to New River Regional Landfill. We're servicing the largest geographic area in the state of Florida. Once the waste comes here, it's got to be completely managed. If it's mismanaged, it can create some health issues and can be a real environmental threat. For hundreds of years, people dispose of their waste. They just threw it in open lands. They threw it in the woods.
That's become real important recently is recycling of electronics. One of the main things is why they don't want these in the landfills. They do contain lead. And so you're just keeping heavy metals out of the groundwater is the end result of this too. So.
We're a very, what can we do to limit the amount of waste that comes into the landfill? The primary thing you can do in your household is to recycle more. Be conscious of it.
There's not one easy answer. It's kind of everybody has to do their part in order to make less garbage, from the manufacturer on down to the consumer.
We're off to the recycling extravaganza. Let's go! Look, there's the recycling center. I wonder what other things they're recycling today besides electronics. Oh, it looks like they're shredding paper as well as collecting electronics. Wow, what a good recycling center. Okay, here I go to take my electronic recycling to put in the box. Here we go. here's some other electronics that we're given. Way to recycle.